than digital?
Yeah. I mean, it was far more. It was more interactive.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I'm gonna tell your wife.
More interactive.
Your wife don't know that about you. Okay, $200. We're back. We're back on Instagram. We went from 1,000 followers to 1. Now that's growing again.
It's good. It's real good.
$200. Who has an idea that will beat the T-shirt? Yeah, while they're doing it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't.
What would you do?
E-commerce. I would do affiliate marketing.
Okay.
So I mean, because e-com is Adrian's thing. I started with e-com, like I said, but I realized there was just a way that was so much simpler, less moving parts. I didn't have to worry about drop shipping, and I did affiliate marketing. I mean, think about it. Like, think about affiliate marketing for credit cards. So, like, if we were to just poll everybody, how many credit cards do you currently have? Yep. I used to do this in live audiences. I'm like, how many of you have at least one? A whole room pretty much raise their hand. I go to 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes I get to 15, and there's people still with their hands up. But every time you help somebody get a credit card online, they're paying you, the banks are paying you $70, $80, $150. And all those cards expire. People go get new ones. You get paid again. Like, for me, I look at things continuously happen, right? Like, there's always, think about it, there's always new people that are, turning 21, whatever, they're going to college, 18 years old, 19 years old, they're getting a credit card, their parents get them a student card. Like, they're online looking for that stuff now. More so than even when I did it. I was doing $200,000-300,000 a month, like, 15 years ago, when the internet was like a dinosaur. Like, people barely trusted it. Imagine how many people are applying for credit cards now. So I would just look for affiliate marketing opportunities, because you can dive right into that. I mean, you can start that kind of stuff like in a day. I just posted on my account, like, I made $1 million with the ClickFunnels affiliate program.
Yep. It
cost me nothing. Like, it's not like there's no cost of goods. There's no nothing. I can sign up. I can help people find what they're looking for, and I get paid. So that, for me, that made a lot of sense. So that's what I would do.
All right, let's see if anybody's got an idea. You need both of the brothers to give it a thumbs up. What do we have?
I'm going to be giving everything
hats
a thumbs
with
up.
liners, Elon Musk smoking weed, dog collars, LED speaker bulbs, dropship Donald Trump toilet plungers. They actually exist. Oh, I forgot about Twitter. Lowly Twitter. What do we have on Twitter? 41. Everybody, you've given up, because I always forget. Facebook, we have only 163. YouTube, we have like 3,000. What are we at? Oh, 2,679. Okay. Diet pills. Affiliate market. Somebody's mad because they said sanitarium. What does that even mean? That's not a word we use in English. A Netflix business for fitness products.
You got a really good one here.
Condoms. Would you drop ship a condom box?
I mean, no, I don't know. I would probably.
I actually used to do affiliate marketing for Netflix, and I was making like $30,000-40,000 a month when Netflix was brand new, promoting them on Google as an affiliate. I'd get $20 every time somebody signed up for a Netflix free trial.
Oh.
Made a lot of money doing that.
Literally anything if your marketing is good. We need one. Phone cases, T-shirts with homework answers.
I actually had one of those.
Thumbs up? Thumbs up?
I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
He wants to get out of here for his wife. Okay. T-shirts on Instagram, Campaign Andy. $200. I'm going to Cash App you. Got $300 left to give away. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for flying in from Mississippi. Tell your wife. Sorry. I'm going to keep going here for a few more minutes. I got $300 to give away. Somebody said affiliate marketing for...
Oh my God!
It's a big market.
That's a huge market. We're just going to stay out of that market.
Yeah.
Trying to stay married and stay good.
Stay married, stay good.
Stay married and stay good.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Keep giving away
We're going to get their videos up. All those of you in the e-com agency, do not miss out. Seriously, it's good stuff. What they just shot. It's 10 videos. And you can tell that both brothers have different techniques. So you're learning from 2 angles. So, Campaign Andy, congratulations. CPR kits. Okay. I could see that. All right, who's getting in this e-com agency to get the new content by the 2 Morrison brothers? Let's read some names. Pulling up my ass. Who's getting in the test group? Joel Thompson. Welcome to the group, or Joel Thompson. Oops. Welcome to the group, Joel. He's in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Tyler Snow in Arborg, Manitoba, Canada. Nicholas Fortinet. Oh, no, that's for the Amazon. Tom Cochrane from Portland, Oregon. Welcome to the group. Robert Gonzalez from Hallandale, Florida. Welcome to the group. Ryan Murray from Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the group. Read a couple more. I also got my Amazon program open. That's another form of e-commerce. That's a part of this $1 trillion sales cycle. Okay. By the way, for those of you who have a little more advanced businesses, if you want me to do private coaching with you, I take on about 10 to 20 customers a year. That's it. Last year I only took on 4. I was busy, but I got some time this year. You can go to this form. Don't fill this out unless you're doing at least $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year with your business, or you have maybe in the past. TyLopez.com/accelerator. It's just a free form. We review them, and then either myself, usually I'll call you. My assistant will call you first and vet you. But if you want me to help you, those of you doing $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Okay, so if you're doing $500K plus a year, gross or more, I have people doing $20 million a year that I'm coaching. So if that's you, I just want to put that up there. It's, you know, we have fun with the live call. Alma, you gonna help them? Yes. Walk them out. Tell your wife it's not that far because it's only 5 minutes away.
We're good.
They're good.
As long as we're giving the people what they want.
You gave them what they wanted, man. And people are still telling me where the money is. Somebody's commenting, Ty, he hid the money in his pocket. Adrian,
now we're leaving, so
Adrian, people are going, Ty, he hid the money in his pocket.
Little thief. It's in my pocket.
Merchandise by Amazon is a good start. Yep, you can be an affiliate for Amazon too. Remote video security using AI, ATM online course. Yep, great one. Merch. Love handle reversions. I guess that's waste law. Personal growth book box. We have that. It's called Mentor Box. I started that business in 2016. Uber direct shipping. They kind of have that. Uber has, you know, Uber Eats. They direct use Uber to get you food. And I bet you that business will expand out. Alma, is there one of those LaCroix, please? Jay Andrews, you're a great man, Ty. Thank you. I don't know if I'm a great man, but I hope I'm at least interesting. My goal in life, when I die, I want people to say that guy was a mad scientist. I'm not a saint. Some people get mad. They're like, Ty, you're not a saint. I see you on there partying and, you know, with fancy cars and go, well, I'm not a saint. But, you know, I also have a farm. I also got, you know, have my own cows that I milk for milk. I'm not all about materialism. I spent 7 years living either without electricity or without toilet. I lived with the Amish for 2.5 years. There's more. Be careful who you judge, because oftentimes people have much more to them than you think. I've been guilty of that. I see somebody go, oh, this is just a Lamborghini person. Well, the next thing you know, get the backstory. Get the backstory. But I never want to be. That's why I don't understand why politicians label themselves as do-gooders. I mean, the second you label yourself as somebody who's just a do-gooder, I see people online, influencers, go, oh, I just live for other people and I want to save the world. And then when they make a mistake, everybody's like, oh, you hypocrite. Just go into life and just do your thing, man. And you're going to do some things good. And look, let's face it, nobody here is 100% unselfish. We didn't inherit that gene from our parents. It takes some selfishness to survive. You just need to have it in balance. You know, I have some selfishness for going on this live call. I've got different commercials and products that I sell, just like the Super Bowl does, just like the World Cup does. Don't try to pin me. I ain't the only person doing it, just like Netflix does. They're charging you. Nobody's giving you stuff for free, but I believe I do give a lot of stuff away for free. We just gave an exact dog t-shirt funnel that made him $100,000 to $300,000 profit. We talked about selling auto parts online. We talked about affiliate marketing, credit card offers, making him $100,000 a month. And even if it doesn't make you that much, what if it made you $1,000 a month or $10,000 a month? So listen to the stuff that I say, because I'm sharing things that other people teach me. It's not just all my ideas. I'm not all-knowing, omnipotent person. I'm just a person. And I've been in the game a long time, almost as long as anybody. You know, I started when I was a teenager. I started with Google Ads the month after it came out. There's not many people have been doing that. I started with Facebook basically in the beta program, Facebook ads, and I was one of the first people on YouTube. So over the last decade, I've been catching, and more, I've been catching trends. And I want you to catch a trend. There's enough wealth to spread around in this world. Mark my word. There's enough wealth. For example, if you go on Amazon, Jeff Bezos spreads his wealth around by letting people build stores on his platform that he spent all the money, time, and energy, and now anybody can go sign up and make money on Amazon. He's the wealthiest man in the world, but he's also making opportunity. You just have to use it. You can't just complain about stuff all the time. Nobody cares about you as much as you. So you better take care of you and stop complaining. Trump, Obama, whoever wins, they don't care about you. They lose no sleep if you can't pay your bills this month. They lose no sleep if you can't pay your rent. They lose no sleep if you can't pay down your credit card debt. None. Not one senator. Not one of them. Call them up. Send them an email. Hey, man, I can't pay my bills. Tell me if one politician writes you back. I don't care if it's AOC. None of them. Whether they're socialist, Bernie Sanders doesn't care about you any more than Donald Trump does. Please, please, please. I read the news and I'm like, what is this, all for suckers? All for suckers? People arguing over which politician is the most do-gooder? It's a bunch of suckers just getting finessed from the right and the left. It's just like, when are you going to wake up, man? Nobody cares, my friend. You should care about yourself. So find allies that care about you, please. You think Angela Merkel really cares about Germany? Please. You think UK, they really care about Brexit, how it's going to affect you? Nobody. You think China, the communist head of the communist parties care about the people? They don't care about the people. Come on, man. Narcissists run for office. So do your thing. What did you do today to grow your lifestyle? What I mean by that is health, wealth, love, happiness. What happened? What changed today? Anything good? Should you make any gains in your body? Did you cut a little weight? Add a little muscle? Eat a little better? Get a little more flexible? Learn a little self-defense? That's a question you got to ask yourself tonight when you go to bed. Wealth. Did you diversify your streams of income? Did you build a little bit more? Did you learn a little bit more about finance, wealth, and money management and investing? That's the question I have for you. Stop reading about CNN, Fox. It's all fake news. Fake news is everything out there is all fake news because it's irrelevant to you. We might all be living in a simulation and there is no such thing as Donald Trump. It's hard to prove. Even top physicists are like, we can't know. You could just be in a simulation. I could be fake. You could be fake to me and I could be fake to you. Love. Are you building relationships with the right people, or do you have people around you that are going to stab your back? Or do you have loyal people around you as friends? Are you hanging out with the right people in your family? Because not everybody in your family likes you. Every family has somebody ready to backbite you. I don't care what family you're in. How's your happiness? Did you feel good today? Were you living in the moment? Did you feel at peace? Did you wake up with low stress? Is your cortisol levels low? That's what matters, my friend. And the way you do that, the way that changes and improves is a very simple pattern. Very simple pattern. You must become a lifelong learning machine. And those people that survive in the game called planet Earth are those people who are committed to continuous self-improvement and learning a little more, not necessarily quickly. Charlie Munger says that life is a series of opportunity costs, and it's a series of growth spurts, but it's not always fast, you see? It's gradual, it's cumulative. And so you've got to ask yourself, are you accumulating forward, or are you slowly decaying? Because the laws of entropy and physics say that everything is moving towards a state of decay. If you're not watching your body, every day you're getting a little more out of shape. Now, if you put some energy towards it, you're getting a little better. There is no static state. That's what entropy means. There is no static state. You build a house, You leave it in perfect condition, you come back 20 years, rats will be there, termites will be there, the paint will be peeling, the roof will be rusting. There is no static state. You're either improving the house or it's decaying. How's your wealth? There is no static state bank account. Inflation is continually eating at your money. When my grandpa was young, many, many years ago, he's dead now, but he was born, one of my grandpas was born in 1910, one was born in 1916. They're dead now, but when they were little, you could buy a loaf of bread, a meal, a movie ticket for a nickel. Now, a nickel, I heard a comedian said, every time someone gives me a nickel, I'm like, what is this heavy trash? That's what it's like. It's like heavy trash. We're just going to do with a nickel if you live in the United States. So your bank account is either decaying or going up. There is no static state. Love life is the same way. You're either investing in the right people or you're investing in the wrong people. There is no neutral social state that you will ever be in. And lastly, happiness is either accumulating or, like I said, stress, anxiety, depression, melancholy feelings are accumulating. So you got to ask yourself, what train are you on? And the more you look to the external, the more you're just going backwards. Let me just pull up like Twitter news. Like, let's just see what nonsense is trending on Twitter news that is literally little Zan has a daughter. 4 people shot dead in alleged shooting in northern Michigan. The top of Twitter. I feel bad for those people, but communities got to take care of themselves. You and I, one of the facts, the reason happiness is decreasing and depression is increasing is because we weren't meant to know global news all the time. Maybe once in a while, but the human brain, we cannot fix the world, but we can fix our own neighborhood. One of the great philosophers said, let everyone sweep their own front porch and the whole world will be clean. I think that was Goethe, the German, the famous German writer, philosopher. And so this is nonsense news that doesn't help it doesn't help people in northern Michigan for me to know that 4 people were shot dead. Then you got The Bachelor. The Bachelor is the #1 trending thing. Taisha just admitted to not hearing that firsthand. Mind blown, Brittany Romanez, 452. Nothing has improved my life more than knowing about Taisha and The Bachelor. Hannah walks in and sees his very religious parents and realizes she's in a crop top. Ooh, I'm glad this tells you the state of planet Earth. #1 trending thing. #2, Malia Obama drinks wine and flaunts a swimsuit. So the Obama's daughter, 98,000. Okay, just let her have, she's a kid. Who cares if she drinks wine? Why is that trending so much? Jonas Brothers react to reunion speculation. The 3rd most trending thing. I mean, it's all but I'm going to give you a good piece of news. Because in this simulation, so many people are stupid that you can live a good life right through the simulation. You pierce through the simulation called life. While everybody else is like, let me just see the next thing. Let me expand this. I don't even know what these are. You got some soccer stuff. I like sports, even though it is nonsense. At least it's a nonsense where people are like exercising. Rare megastorm could flood dozens of cities in California. Researchers and engineers are warning California could soon experience a rainstorm of biblical proportions. Well, you're probably right, because there's been biblical size storms since the beginning of time. What do you want us to do? What should we do about it? You want me to stress about it right now? You see, it's just filling us up, and they're making money. You want to know who really makes money off you? It's these billion-dollar apps, these billion-dollar media companies that just overstimulate people. And sometimes people are mad at me. They're like, oh, why are you talking about business and programs online? Why do I see your YouTube ads? Yeah, because that's an actual YouTube ad that if you paid attention and watched it, has potential to actually improve your life. Coca-Cola commercial, no one complains about Coca-Cola, McDonald's, which do nothing to improve your life, by the way, except momentary bliss when you get a ton of sugar, but they decay your teeth and every other part of your body, right? And people don't ever go, oh, why is Coca-Cola on Super Bowl? Like, if you don't like my YouTube commercials, either skip them. I put them almost all skippable. But actually, why don't you watch one? What else are you going to do? Read Twitter news? Learn about Taisha and The Bachelor? People are stupid. But in that stupidity, let's call it ignorance. In that, ignorance is opportunity for you, because most people, you think they're going to learn how to sell t-shirts on Amazon? No. The sheeple are going to be just milling around. The sheep just mill around. I've had sheep, lots of sheep. I worked on a farm called Lochinvar Farms in New Zealand for a little while. They have 100,000 sheep. I know how sheep are. If one runs through a gate, they all start running. They'll literally kill each other, trample each other to all get through the same thing. What is college right now? People trampling each other to get in debt. Trampling each other. Big college is getting so many applications to those colleges that people are just like literally fighting. It's like a Walmart Black Friday thing, you know? Ta, you're in insane mode. Am I insane good? So just use your brain. Use your brain. Control your attention patterns. Control what you pay attention. Never be controlled. If anything, do the controlling or be neutral. My mentor, Alan Nation, said when you go in a room and after 30 minutes you haven't figured out who the sucker in the room is, you're the sucker. When you go on Twitter and you haven't figured out who the sucker is, you're the sucker. Now, if you're actually getting life-altering information on Twitter, but it's mostly not that. Netflix cancels Jessica Jones as the Punisher. 36,000 people. I get it. The Punisher is a cool series. I got nothing against entertainment. I go to movies because I do it at the end of the day when I've got all my work done. I've already worked out. Then there's nothing wrong with relaxing. But why is that trending? 36,000 people. Who cares? So, you think your life will be different whether Jessica Jones plays the Punisher? Let me put it this way. You live a sad life if your life trajectory is affected by Jessica Jones playing. Well, who cares? Good movies, it doesn't even matter who was it. I mean, maybe a few actors matter, but Star Wars, if you would have had a different person playing Ewok number 4, you think that movie would have been good or bad? And the movie's fine. So, my question to you is, and let's just do a little thing here. 1 to 10. What did you do today? A 10 would be you moved yourself forward in all areas, health, wealth, love, happiness. A 1 is like you move backwards. 5 is neutral. Who's a 1, who's a 5, who's a 10? Be honest. There's nothing wrong with being a 1. Some days you're going to have a 1 day. You know? What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. MK22 gave himself a 7. K-Riz a 5. Medieval Warfare a 10. Aviation Fanatical a 10. Jose Rivas 5. Dainty Jean a 3. Malcolm and X. Let me check over here to my Facebook I keep neglecting. Christian Martinez a 3. Bassem Al-Jarab a 6. Rainey 4. Alexander Weed an 8. That Way Taquito a 4. Lopez Geraldo an 8. Stephanie Leatherman a 1. Stephanie, if you're a 1 today, you got to make up for it tomorrow. You know, you got to make up for it tomorrow. You can have a 1 day as long as the next day is an 8, 9, or a 10. You get too far in a pattern of 1s and you can't get out of it. Just remember that. You dig yourself too big of a hole, some of you need to do something life-altering and revolutionary. Like literally just pick up where you live and move to another country. Really. Like life-altering. Because once you're in a 1, you know, too long, you never get out of it. Pinder Paul Kashal, a 6. You need to be an 8, 9, or 10. You don't need to be a 10 every day. 10 every day is unsustainable. But you can average an 8. Or at least, yeah, you should try to average. Remember, balance your life. Health, wealth, love, happiness. You can't just be health. You can't just be a gym shark, a gym rat. You can't just be a money maker who gets fat and has a crappy life. This is Billionaire Row right here where I live in Manhattan. Billionaire Row, 56, 57, 250 million. My neighbor just paid $250 million for his condo right there. 250 million, hedge fund guy. But it doesn't mean his life is a 10. Your life happiness, this place is badass that I live in, doesn't mean my life's that much happier. It's 8,000 square foot penthouse in the heart of Manhattan. When I live in Manhattan, is where I live. Does that make me that much happier than when I used to live in a little apartment? I used to live in Lime Bay Lane, Raleigh, North Carolina. I had a roommate. That was like 2004 or 5. I had a roommate. maybe it was, I don't remember what year it was. I had a roommate, Navon Ni from Cambodia, and I lived in one room, he lived in another. I was probably just as happy then as I am now. I'd rather live here, to be honest. But my life happiness is not predicated upon this place. It's predicated upon the careful balancing act of multiple factors. A like a congruence of multiple factors into 110 lifestyle. You see? Health, wealth, love, happiness. There's times in my life where I'm making a lot of money, my health was going down. So my life was crap. There's times when my health was going amazingly, but my love of friends, family, and romance, I was too isolated. My social life sucked. So my life sucked. There was time when everything else was working, but I didn't feel happy when I woke up. Like, for some reason, I was just in a bad mood. That wasn't the place to be. And that's why I said, be very careful. There's a lot of people on Instagram, and they show you these things about their life, but when in the totality of their life is what matters. That's all that matters, the totality of your life in the big picture. And that's why I said, be careful what you pay attention to, be careful who you listen to, be careful of people who focus too much on any one area. You know, move this thing around. I sometimes, like last year, I purposely tried to make less money. I literally, January 1, my New Year's resolution was I was like, let me cut my revenue by 10 million bucks. And I did exactly that. I could have pushed it up by more. All these people are like, Ty, what's your net worth? What's this? I'm like, I'm trying to push it down, fools. And you may not understand that because you haven't been, you're too far. Like, I've already been through the simulation. I've gone from rags to riches. I can tell you what's on both sides. Most people can't tell you what's on both sides. I can tell you what's on the side of living whatever life you like, the James Bond life. I've done that. I've done that. And at the end of the day, there's no one thing that makes you happy. What makes you happy on Monday won't always make you happy. That's why I said you got to be going through. Someone said pushing it down to rags. I didn't go down to rags. My income went down by 10 million, but my net worth last year probably went up by, I don't know, say 20 to 50 million dollars. But who cares? I still wake up the same time. You know, it's like still go. That's none of those things matter. What matters is what I just said. How you like the moment and how you look back at your life. That's actually been proven by one of the top scientists, Daniel Kahneman. How does happiness experienced by humans? Well, simple. There's moment by moment happiness. How do you feel in the exact moment right now? And then memory happiness. How do you feel about your past accomplishments, your past life experiences? You see what I'm saying? So, for me, the reason I wanted to make 10 million less, it was easy to make 10 million less. I just did less stuff and enjoyed life more. And I can push it. I know how to push it up by 40 million if I want to. But greed is a dangerous thing, my friend. Be careful, because greed never does enough. Brandon Harry, tell Wealthy Gorilla to update. They list you as $5 million liquid. But why do I care? You know? If a website lists my net worth as $5 million, how does that affect me? I still got the same amount of money. Still got the same amount of this and that. What's it matter? The only thing that greed keeps gold diggers away. That's the best reason. Guys, and women, keep your net worth not showing as high as it is. Look at Jeff Bezos. He may lose $60 billion. I'm not saying his wife's a gold digger. I'm just saying, being on the top, there ain't nowhere to go but down. So, I'd rather if some girl that wants to date me Googles me and sees $5 million net worth, which my net worth's not, I think my net worth maybe a decade ago was $5 million, but that'd be good for me. Because it's not like she's going to think I'm a broke dude. How many people in this world have a $5 million net worth? Almost none. But if she knew my true net worth, she might just literally, definitely be on there just to go on a date with me just for money. Shoot. I want to be able to work with Google and say, can you tell me who's Googling me? And then show different numbers. Show different numbers. You know, I once went on a date with the richest billionaire girl in the world. And she didn't know who I was, and it was great. Because I was like, she said to me at one point, she's just like, she brought up, she's like, what's your net worth? Because you can't be richer than her. Okay? And I met her on Tinder. Not in America. She's not in America. And so it was a reversal of roles because usually I got more money than people on a date. And she's like, just Google me. So I Googled her, and she inherited money. She didn't make it, but she was like 1.2 billion. And she's like in her early 20s. And I remember just thinking, good. You think I felt bad? You think I was competitive? Like, I was like, great. Shoot, I wish. One of my friends, he just said his goal was to marry a girl that had more money than him. I'm like, that's smart. Somebody said your Tinder must be popping. Dude, I don't use Tinder. I've only used Tinder a few times in my life. That was one of my Tinder dates. I should have used that shit more often. Be like, who am I meeting? You know her. She came to California. She's from there. But I've gone on, like, I feel like Tinder is nuts. But I would have liked to have built that business. The guy who built, one of the 4 guys who built Tinder came to my house. Those guys built a good business. Bro, what's her Tinder name? I don't think she's on Tinder anymore. Crime wave. Net worth gains you respect in the business world. Time. 5 million doesn't cut it. You should sue that website. Again, you're missing the point, people. The best thing you could be is a multi-billionaire that only the people you care about know your net worth, and the whole rest of the world thinks you just got $1 million. Trust me. Trust me. You know what happens with people? I'll be out at a business thing. The second people know the truth about me, they're like, Ty, will you invest in my business? Ty, it becomes boring. That's why I haven't had business cards in a decade. You put a business card and say, I invest? Oh my God, you get people, hey, Ty, you should invest in my, the stupidest ideas. I've got a underwater basket weaving app. This thing's going to make trillion. People send me business plans going, it's going to make $100 billion. I've had that. I'm like, oh, really? You got just the business plan. That's just the idea. Just $100 billion. Okay. So, very important. Don't compete on net worth, because I will tell you, no matter what your net worth is, you ain't got the net worth of that guy right there. He made $400 million. That guy who bought that place, his name's Ken Griffin. He started a hedge fund. He was paid in 1 year. His personal pay was $400 million a month. A month. Let me repeat, $400 million a month. If you don't believe me, Google him. It's right here. I think that's Ken Griffin hedge fund payout. There he is. Citadel. And look, he just had a divorce. Ooh. Oh, he had a prenup. Whew. Billions. I think it's 4 billion. Yeah, here we go. 7.7. Wow. He earned 1.3 billion in 1 year. In 2014, this is years later, he just earned another 1.4 billion in 2014. Because he earned that big money even before. This dude's going all the way to laughing all the way back. Let me tell you what he's not doing. Let me tell you what Ken Griffin is not doing. He is not on here going, I wonder how Taisha on The Bachelor is doing. I promise you, if you meet him, he is not going, The Bachelor? Let's see, this is the #1 trending thing on Twitter. Colton, there's someone out there for you. Hannah, oh, I know. America, ha, ha, ha. Oh, that is a funny joke. If I've ever heard a funny, like, this meme should go viral. There's someone out there for you. Hannah, oh, I know. Who's writing this stuff? That's the #1 trending thing on Twitter. The least funny thing I've ever seen. The second one is, you know who wouldn't take a girl to meet his family knowing he wanted to send her home later that day? The Bachelor. Oh, Riley Larch, you should write for SNL, bro. You are funny. Let's hear it for Hannah G, who has been the most problematic girl this season and has caused zero drama. Becky with the medium hair. Oh, my God. Hey, welcome to planet Earth. This is the world that we now live in. Learn dropshipping. Learn e-com. How about that? How's that or a pivot, Rick? Pivot from my rant into talking about this program. If you spent the same amount of time that 1/1,000,000th of the planet spends on Becky with the medium hair's Twitter post, you literally would, remember how I just showed you? Selling dog collars. Adrian was just on here, did 70,000 sales. 70,000 sales. At about $2 profit, so that's $140,000. Then he sold them other stuff for $80, like dog pillows. Made it, let's say, another $140. He made $280,000. If you take $280,000 for right now in your life, $280,000, and you invest it, you retire. Okay, you live frugally. Let's say you're 30 years old. $280,000. Okay, now you'd have to pay a little taxes. So let's just round it to $200,000. You may have to pay more taxes than that. It depends on how much you know about how good of a CPA you have. So $200,000. So let's say you invest it. The rule of 72 means if you could get 10% return, that's a little bit high, but just let's keep it round numbers. Every 7 years, you're going to double your money. So at 37, let's say you start at 25. Some of you are young. At 32, you have $400,000. At 39, you have $800,000. At 46, you have $1.6 million. You're a millionaire, more than a millionaire, even with the inflation. 56, you got, let's say, $2.8 million. 63, it's not even retirement age. You got $5 million, let's say. When most people retire, you got $10 million. All from one campaign you did at 25 and never worked again. That's assuming a lot of assumptions, but just never worked on that project. Come on, people. Someone said $800,000 is weak, but what if you only spend a month on it? I've made $1 million in an hour. More than $1 million in an hour. Literally. I realized at one point I made more money than my entire family. My dad's side's been in Harlem. They're not there anymore. But my dad's side was in Harlem until I was born. From the early 1900s, the poorest part. Harlem now is gentrified, but when my dad lived there, it was nice, trust me. My grandpa came from Spain. My grandma came from Germany. She said, she's 100 years old now. I asked her, first time in my life, I asked her, last time I saw her, Grandma, how much money did you have? Did you have? She's like, I don't even remember, but maybe $100 or something. And she knew one person that she was a pen pal with. She came to this country with nothing. So I earned in $1 million in 1 hour, more than that, more than 2 generations of my family combined. And let's say I just retired and wanted to just retire. You put $1 million away. Let's say you do that at 25 or 30. 32, you got $2 million. 39, you got $4 million. Starts to snowball. 46, $8 million. 53, $16 million. 60, $32 million. 67, retirement age, over 50 mil. From an hour's worth of work. Now, is that realistic for me to say you can do $1 million in an hour? No. But if I did it, somebody's going to do it. I've seen Kylie Jenner did $13 million in 1 hour. And so, my point is not to compete. You may make more or less than me, but can you get the ball rolling in your favor? What's the way to do that? Sell on Amazon and start an e-commerce agency. Not only sell your own products, but do it for other businesses. Literally, this is like, you mark my words. I told people 2 weeks ago, I just shared with people. In the last 60 days, I've shared, I promise you, 3 business ideas better than any. I'm going to go on a limb right here. I've shared 3 business ideas I guarantee you will work for the average person, with or without a college degree, with or without an American citizenship. 3 better money-making strategies than any single university or person in the world. I will go out on a limb. I know that sounds cocky. I told you, number 1, an Airbnb home sharing company, where you go to people who have homes just sitting there on the market or an extra vacation home. You rent it out on Airbnb for them. You manage it 50-50. That is a golden $1 million idea. I got people, I put that up. Within 2 days, people were sending me screenshots of making money. The second thing is an e-com agency. So you do e-commerce not for your own products, but you walk into businesses and you do it for them and you charge them $1 to $10 grand a month. Listen to this. How long has this course been out, Rick? You seeing these testimonials come in? Look at this. I already have testimonials. It hasn't even been 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. It's been 13, 14 days. Justin Hooks. First client close. I have a private Facebook group. Offered a subscription box service marketing plan. He got a $2,500 a month customer. Facebook the guy. You think that's a fake one? Facebook him. Justin Hooks. There's his little picture. $2,500 a month. What's the value of a $2,500 a month client? You do a good job. One client, that's 30 grand a year. Is that the only person? Nope. Nicholas Fajerud in the Euro. He got Euro, so he must be in Europe. Todd, just got my first client for 1,000 euros up front, and afterwards, every lead I generate, I will get a commission. Right there. That's the e-com agency. Next person. Ferdinand Risma. He sent the contract and $1,250 PayPal that he got right there. He said, paperwork signed and services sold. Thank God and thank you guys. George Coos, I showed this person, sent the check. This was the first testimonial we got. This was within about 4 days of me launching this training. Guys, I just closed my first $2,500 a month client. There's his check. He sent a video too with a link to it. So that's the second. And the third, by the way, these ideas, each of them can go to 7 figures. The top Airbnb home sharing rental management guy is in the UK, and he made $16 million last year. That's the top. I'm not saying you'll do that. You probably won't. I'm just saying, what's the top? One person. I think it might be a business partnership. 2 people. They're just renting out places. They don't even own all the places. You don't even have to own the real estate. Then the third thing I've been teaching people this last week is how to sell on Amazon. Hello. An Amazon sales blueprint. I've been selling people. That's 3 plans. Better. You think that's better than it? What would you rather have? An English degree? I got a 4-month certification. That 4-month certification. Look, you can learn English. Just read books, people. You think Hemingway had an English degree? No. Hemingway. Pulitzer Prize winner. My favorite writer is a guy, Remarque. He wrote All Quiet on the Western Front. He's German. He don't have an English degree. But his books are translated into English. And they literally, he won a Pulitzer Prize. Why are you getting an English degree before this degree? Get the English degree when you're 40 and get this when you're 18. We got it all backwards in society. We're teaching people abstract things when they're 18, like art history degrees. Teach 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, and below. High schools, 14, 15, 16. Teach people how to make money. First rule. Or at least teach them how to make money and be healthy. People coming out of school fatter than when they went in, and uneducated on money. It's a travesty, it's a crime, and it's way closer to child abuse than almost anything that people... You set your child out, you got 18 years, parents. By the way, all you parents, put your kids in this stuff. You got parents have their kids for 18 years. They're dropping their kids out into the real world. Don't know about taxes. Don't know about how to sign a contract. Don't know how to negotiate deals. All you know is you got a freaking GED. High school is uncorrelated with lifetime success, and so is college. That's why if you look at the Forbes list, it's uncorrelated. Some went to college, some didn't. It's not causative. See, causation, correlation, 2 different things. It's unrelated. It's correlated in the sense that everyone's going to college because sheep are being pushed into it, but it's not the cause. There's a difference between correlation and causation, and people don't know anything about this. You know, causation is even difficult to prove if you ask a physicist, but we could say for sure Harvard was not causative of the billionaires it's produced, because 2 of the 2 biggest Harvard billionaires dropped out. Bill Gates and Zuckerberg. Ballmer went to Harvard and graduated, but he's less rich. $42 billion. I know Ballmer. We're not close friends, but I've been to dinner one-on-one, me and him. I've talked to him for hours, sitting over sushi. And he does not say, you know what's the damn best thing I ever did? The best thing he got out of Harvard was meeting Bill Gates. See, it's a social club. And send your kids to Harvard if you can, because of the social club. I'd send my kids to Harvard, and this is my advice to my Harvard kids. If I don't have, like if I had a kid going to college, I'd be like, try to get into Harvard. Son, I want you to get all Fs. I want you to get all Ds. Just survive. Be social. Meet everybody. Be the most popular person. And while you're there, start these 3 businesses. Then drop out at the end when you finally do so bad. You could still say you went to Harvard and you drop out. You're going to have more money than all the Harvard people. I mean, hey, you can't argue with facts. Bill Gates. How many other people dropped out? I mean, look at the best in every field. One of the best movie guys of all time, Tarantino, dropped out of high school. Spielberg went to USC. Again, it's somewhat uncorrelated. Oh, cool. Good idea. By the way, I've got the links if you want to get in any of these programs. TyLopez.com. Here, can you write them? I'm going to pull this off. They're also on my website. I wasn't even really planning to sell them, but Rick astutely... Here, I'm going to slide this over here. My handwriting's... So, whether you drop in and out of college... Doesn't matter, but go for the social stuff, people. Go for the social stuff. Did your doctor drop out of med school? But med school is different because you go work in a hospital for a decade. Use your brain. That's not apples to apples. Med school is a mentorship. No, your idea is crap. Checkmate, baby. Checkmate. I know how to play chess. My grandpa was a chess master. I'm not quite a chess master, but I'm good at chess. And your argument is weak-minded. I can tell you read the New York Post or some crap like that. What is your doctor drop out? Yeah, but your doctor doesn't go through 4 years. He goes through 4 years of pre-med, or she, and then they spend a decade. I know because my cousin Aaron was at Einstein University and now he's at UCLA. He doesn't sit in a classroom. So you can't compare kids going in debt, sitting in classrooms. You see? Who makes these stupid arguments? Is there no one smart enough in the modern world to just rebut these weak-ass arguments? Do you have a better argument? Because med school is inapplicable to 99% of people, because 99% of people go to class and sit in classes and go in debt 100 grand and they do not get a mentorship one-on-one. It's different when a surgeon with skill shows you how to operate on people. You're not using your brain. Weak-minded comments. Who has a real strong argument? Don't come to me with, this is the jungle, baby. Making money is the jungle. Don't come with weak shit in here. I grew up playing basketball in the projects. You come with weak stuff, people are going to smack you down. So I just smacked you down. Do you have anything good? Do you have anything good? Because that's not going to cut it right here on this live stream. You need to go on, you know... You need to go on Dumb and Dumber's live stream, and they'll be like, "Ooh, mine." Yeah, emergency doctors are great. My cousin's a doctor. I didn't discourage him from going to med school because it's not traditional college. The medical degree is a completely different subset of university, and it's more value. An English degree from a local community college or Azusa Pacific or whatever school is worthless. No one, I mean, although it is a great way to spend 100 grand to get a $40,000 a year job. If that's your math, hey, children, I'm your mom, I'm your dad, I love you so much. I want you to spend 100,000 to get a $40,000 job. Do people know how to do math? Why would you spend 100 to get a $40,000 job? After taxes is about 22. What about math and science? What do you mean? What about math and science? Albert Einstein had a mentor that he spent time with. My grandpa, on my mom's side, more academic. My dad's side is from the streets, from Harlem. My grandpa worked on a Nobel Prize. They didn't win, but he worked with a Nobel Prize laureate on astrophysics. My grandpa was very smart. He never graduated Yale. He went to Yale. He taught at Yale he got thrown out because he argued with all the teachers. Maybe I inherited it in my gene. He got thrown out. But my grandpa was smart. He was a marine biologist at Scripps. He taught at Yale. My grandpa knew math. My first memory as a little kid, I opened up a book on physics. My grandpa taught me algebra when I was like 5. He just taught me 6. He's like, here's how you do it. And when I was 8, he died. And he had a book, and I opened it up, and it was him rewriting all the textbook. And he's like, this is a stupid way. So you can be good at math without... You think the paper would have made my grandpa better at math? Like I said, that's not how you get smart by doing. You want to be good at math, just do the stuff. You're going to be You can be at home building a business. Take some online math courses. Linda has Udemy, edX. They have math courses. Get a mentor, you know? I've been in like Mensa since I'm not stupid. People think I'm dumb and funny. I ain't dumb. I think I have a lifelong membership in Mensa. Doesn't mean I'm better than anybody. It just means I'm not stupid. So don't come with stupid ideas here and be like, I'm going to be awed by your ideas. These are well thought through ideas. These are well thought through. What makes you succeed in life is not what society tells you. It is not diplomas, pieces of paper. It is what you do, what you execute on, what you focus on, what you read, what you learn in the real streets. You want to be good at real estate, start negotiating deals. See, I had to learn that the hard way. My first negotiation in a deal, I did not cut the best real estate deal. I didn't get, ripped off, but now I know how to buy real estate well. I just posted on my social media, I just closed a small deal, it was 110 acres. I got it for $750,000. I only had to put down a portion of it in cash. Okay? It's in the path of development. I think it's worth $10 million. I paid $740,000 for it. I didn't know that. I learned that in the streets. What school did I go for that? I'd learned by doing and by having mentors. I've had multiple real estate mentors. Real estate's not even my main thing. But that's how you do stuff. That's how you do stuff. You do not need a 200 IQ to be in Mensa. People who say they have a 200 IQ lie. Most, like the Stanford Binet IQ test, after 150, it's very inaccurate. When people tell you they even have 160, no. That's not even how IQ works. IQ is like exponential, so the difference between 140 and 150 is astronomically big. School of Hard Knocks. And along the time as you do School of Hard Knocks, also educate yourself a little more formally. Buy books. I own at least 10,000 books. I've been spending $30,000 a year on books for at least 6 years, because I did the 67 steps and I calculated how much I'd spent, let's say since 2013. So we're coming up on 6 years. And that money, that 30,000 times 5 or 6, that 150 to 180 grand, I didn't go in debt because I bought the books as I had the money. I didn't go to debt. I don't have to pay interest. I don't have any college debt over it. And I'm learning from Nobel Prize winners. I now have 15 mentors I talk to on the phone. They're PhDs. I have a Wharton professor who mentors me. I just pay him money. Whatever you guys pay for this, I pay way more money. Every week. Every week. So you're playing poker, and after 30 minutes, you don't know who the sucker at the table is, you're the sucker. If you're in, or if you are on planet Earth right now, and you don't understand how the game is working, you are the sucker. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're on this planet as a Homo sapien, and you don't get what's going on, if you don't understand that politicians don't care about you, if you're still waiting for salvation by legislation, you're a sucker. If you think that a simple diploma is what causes success, you are a sucker. Now, you can learn at university. I've been taking college classes for free. I call up a friend who has a class. I find a class is interesting. I email the professor. They always say yes. Professors don't even care. I've taken classes at USC, UCLA, Harvard, London Business School. They bring me in to teach. I get to learn from the professors. Total cost, $0, or they pay me. So yes, learn, educate yourself. But I'm not the sucker. Who's the sucker at that situation? Who's the sucker? That's my question to you. I've taught at #1 and #2 business school in the world. They flew me in. They let me speak. I've learned. I've made friends with them. Am I the sucker? No. But are there suckers there? Yes. Don't be the sucker. That's the first rule of life. Teach your kids. Don't be the sucker, because someone's always trying to make you a sucker. Somebody's always trying to make you a sucker. And I'm not trying to make you a sucker to buy these programs. These programs don't even cost $100. Average American spends $75 a month on coffee. Don't make Starbucks rich. Buy your own coffee. You can do it for $20 a month. With the savings, you can get into any one of those programs that have a 100% money back guarantee. What's the refund policy at any university in America? Huh? See, that's a scam. Walmart, you can get a refund on anything, but you drop $150,000 and can't get a job, you get nothing. So are you the sucker in the room? Yes, sir. Are you a sucker in a room here? Nope, because you can't lose because you can get a refund. People are suckers, and that's a sad thing, and that's why I've been on here for 2 hours trying to wake people up. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. The simulation is coming for you. And next thing you know, it's like red pill, blue pill. It's like what pill? It's red pill, blue pill, right? Matrix?
Yep.
I don't even think that's how life is. It's like no pill. Let them take the pill. Just move through life. Somebody said my life was a lie. Hey, one of the biggest things that will change your life is waking up and realizing all the lies. Even the lies from people who said they loved you. Just think about that. And people get mad and go, you're too mean about this. I'm like, well, maybe you need it even more mean. It takes a lot to wake up humans. Humans are stubborn. In different times of my life where I've made the most money is where a mentor who didn't care about me personally just got mad at me and was like, one time, 4 mentors, they were like 50 years older than me. I looked up to them so much, I actually met, they say don't meet your mentors. I met them, and then they asked me some questions, and I didn't know the answer. I was like, oh, blah, blah, and they were like, well, we don't think you'll ever succeed. I'll never forget, they just walked off. And I was devastated, but instead of me being butthurt, I actually calculated, well, maybe they're waking me up. How come my mom, dad, high school teachers, pastors, professors, how come no one ever said that to me? No, you go, it's like Chris Rock says. He goes, we need a little more truth in the schools. The principal gets up and all of you are going to do great things and you can all have everything you want. Chris Rock goes, I see a lot of Uber drivers in here. Yeah, but you see, it's because there's a lot of Uber drivers in there because people aren't dedicated to become a continuous learning machine. As you are a continuous learning machine, you will rise above the crowd. You know? So, I hope each of you rise above that crowd. Now, I got to give away, what? How much left? 300? 300. 300. Who's been paying attention? I said, whoever completes this phrase, you will never find salvation through what? There is no salvation through, I'm not talking about religion, by the way. What's the word? I said it about 10 minutes ago. Someone said everyone is woke, but not everyone's in the position to act. Get in the position then.
I see it on Twitter.
Get in the position then. Twitter? I can't even see my Twitter comments right now. Okay, to make this fair, how do I... Why, you guys got to pop my Twitter up. Twitter is such a... When I go there, it doesn't let me see the other stuff. Okay, tell me when to stop. YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. $300. Whoever says it right. What do we got? YouTube. $300. First one I see, right here. It's not the first one, but the first one I see. Derek Mitchell, with 2 R's. $300. D-E-R-R-E-K, Mitchell. You got a picture. Look like you got brown hair. Reply with your email address. $300. Who's getting in the program? Who got in one of these programs here? Airbnb. They're all on my website. If you can't see the link or click below, tylopez.com, you'll see the Airbnb program, the e-com, the Amazon, how to sell on Amazon. Let's read the names of the people getting in the program right now. Tomorrow I'll be live. We got Robert Whitmer from Williamsport. He got in the Amazon Sales Blueprint. Daniel Rodriguez. Sukru Temushin Aslan got an... Wow, that's a William Ebonium. Rodrigo from Little Rock, Arkansas. Dimitri Kim, Jamaica Plains. Kenlin, Los Angeles, California. John Cargo, Inkster, Michigan. Sam Illman. Chaden got in Williamsburg, Virginia. Andres Wu. John Kinsler. Matt Heredia. John Kinsler. Congratulations, John Kinsler. You got in 3 different things. You know, I'm not just saying that because you bought stuff and made me money, but I don't even remember. Not all this money is profit to me. Okay? I fly in the best teachers from around. I fly in all these people. That ain't cheap. These people won't fly. Morrison's don't fly in on Coach. I can't buy them. I can't buy them a what's that one airlines where you like getting, I can't buy them a Spirit Air ticket. They want first class or a jet, and they want to stay in the nicest hotel for them and their wife. It cost me a crap load of money.
They want a bowl of M&Ms with no yellow.
They want M&Ms like J-Lo with no yellows.
10 seconds.
Just like Zach. All right, I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. $1,000 giveaway.